See, very good morning and good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss a very important concept of SQL, that is called joins. Before to the joins, I just want to give introduction to the concept called subqueries. Okay, so joins, like that concept introduced or that concept invented from subqueries only. Okay, there are some disadvantages in subqueries. To overcome those disadvantages, we have a concept called joins in SQL. Okay, so first of all, let us concentrate on subqueries and then we will go to joins and other concepts. Okay, subquery. Subqueries are subquery, you can say. Okay, so what exactly is subquery? Okay, so first of all, as per our knowledge, whatever we are having, we know what is a query. Okay, so in that case, see, select star from dept. Okay, select star from emp. These two are nothing but what? Queries. Okay, so this is one query and this is another query. We know what is a query, but we don't know exactly what is a subquery. Okay, so query is nothing but just whenever we will write a query in order to retrieve the data, that is called a query. Okay, so here what is a subquery? Subquery means whenever we will write a query within another query. Just assume select star from dept, where dept number not in, select dept number from emp. Okay, so now here please understand, this is called query. Okay, because these two are the straightforward SQL statements. Okay, but this concept is what? It's a subquery. So why we are calling it as a subquery? I mean, based on what you are calling it as a subquery, because there are more than one query is there and that is associated based on one common point. Okay, whenever you will write a query within another query, okay, whenever you will write a query within another query, that concept is called subquery. Remember, whenever somebody will say write a subquery, that means they are expecting two queries has to written in one query. Okay, there are always more than one query will be available, that is called subquery. So in order to write this type of subqueries, what are the requirements that we will have? Okay, so blindly or like without any reason we cannot write the subqueries. Okay, so there must be some reason, there must be some requirement behind this concepts. Okay, on what cases we will go for this subqueries? As of now we were familiar with the queries concept, but we have not written even a single subquery as of now. Okay, so what are the different types of requirements that we will that we will solve with this type of subqueries? Okay, so that is the reason I will tell you few scenarios where this subqueries concept is exactly important or useful. Now forget about this query, I'm going to remove. So this is a department table where we will have all the department details, and go to this employee. So where we will have all the employee details. Now what is the common thing, or what is the common information between these two tables? Department number available here and as well as here also. Okay, so here it will indicates it is a basic. Department number is the main column where we will have all the important information, I mean department related. Now if the department number is available in the employee table, that means what? It indicates which employee is working for which department. Okay, so there are so many employees are working, but we don't know each and every employee working for which department here. Okay, because of this department number column only we can come to know. Okay, so how many departments we have? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and if you will go to this employee table, you can see 20, 30 and all the departments except 40, because no one is working for the department called 40. So the data has been shared, the data has been arranged in these two tables like this. Now my question is, understand, I have explained department table, I have explained employee table. Now, and we so far we have seen so many examples with respect to these two tables. I have given these tables 1 week back, so maybe you would have gone through these tables very well. So with respect to that knowledge, I just want to ask one question to him. please listen my question very carefully. See, because this subqueries concepts can be understandable from the questions only properly. I want to see the department details in which at least one employee is not working. Okay, I want to see the department details. We have to show the department details to the user. Which department? The department which doesn't contain at least one employee. Okay, so there are so many departments. All the employees are not working for each and every department. There are some departments which doesn't have at least one employee. I want to see that department details. Okay, now in this case, so how you will show such kind of data? So first of all, understand the question once again. Let me repeat. I want to show the department details. Okay, department details are available in which table? In this table. Okay, so which department details you want? Not all the departments. I want to see the department which doesn't have at least one employee. Okay, how you will understand whether the employees are working for department, if for a particular department or not? You can go to this employee table. So if the department number is in this employee table, that means employees are working for that. If the department is not in this table, that means no one is working for the department. Okay, so that is what the relation has been established between these two tables. Now I don't want to see theoretically. I want to see the result practically. Okay, I want you to write a query to display the department details which doesn't have at least one employee. Okay, so in that case, in order to display the department details, I am writing this query: select star from DEPT, because the department details will come from this table. So if I will say select star from DEPT, all the departments will come. I don't want all the departments. I want the department which doesn't have at least one employee. Okay, so in that case, where DEPT number. Okay, because we want to check with the department number. So this department number not in inside that, what I'm writing, select DEPT number from EMP. Okay, so in this case what will happen? First of all, this query will works. Always remember, this is a child query. Let me write it down. Child query. Okay, and this is what? Parent query. Okay, subquery, as I told you, there are two queries. So the main part is called parent query, and this part, second part, is called child query. So always parent query is dependent on child query. If child query will return something, then only parent query will return something. Okay, so if child query will not return something, sometimes parent query won't return anything, because the output will depends upon the child query only. So first of all, which query will execute? This one will execute, not this one. Okay, so in this particular situation, let me execute. If I say select a department number, from EMP, if I will execute, you can see how many departments I'm getting. 14 departments. Okay, so I have all the departments here. Okay, 20, 30, 20, 20, 30, 10, like that. Okay, so I have 10, 20, 30, 40 left side, and I have 10, 20, 30 right side. So not in the values which are not in this table. Okay, so this particular query will returns output based on this not in condition. Not in means not in that list. Okay, so I have 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40 department side. Okay, and in the employee side only 10, 20, 30. So three values are available, 40 is not available in that list. Which list? In the employee table list. So now you can see this one. 40 operations Boston. For this department, you will not find even single employee in the table. Okay, so this is called subquery. Now actually here, instead of writing department number, this is the better option: distinct department number. Okay, so why distinct department number? Because if you will write only department number, 14 values will occur. But if you will write distinct, only 3 values you will get, because 20, 30 repeated so many times, but value will never change. Same value has been repeating so many times. So instead of writing department number, if you write distinct, that will works more faster. Okay, so now you can see output will never change. Okay, so from this side you can see 4 departments: 10, 20, 30, 40. But this side how many? Only 3. So 10, 20, 30 are there, not in. That means 40 is not in this employee table. So that details you can see. Okay, so not only this scenario, this is a sample. This is one of the example where the subqueries concept will be used. So whenever we are using a subqueries, there must be two queries always. Okay, there must be two queries always. So it doesn't mean that we will definitely use two tables. Sometimes within one table, suppose if you want to retrieve the information from one table, you can use subqueries in that case also. Let us say, for example, I will use only one table, but I will write two queries. Okay, so how is it possible? In what cases we can go for that? You can see we have an employee table. Okay, now look at this. So look at the salary column. So I have a salaries of all the employees. So who is the maximum salary employee in this table? I mean, who is the person who is getting more maximum salary in this table? There is only one person, that is called 5,000. Okay, if somebody will ask you what is the maximum salary, then you can write this query. Select the max of salary from EMP. Okay, if you'll write like this, you can get what is the maximum salary. I don't want the maximum salary. I want to see the person details who is getting the maximum salary. Okay, so understand my question? I don't want the maximum salary. I want to see the person details who is getting the maximum salary. Okay, in that case, how will you write? We can write we can write with a single query and we can write with a subqueries also. I will show both. First of all, let us see the subquery concept. Okay, how this subquery concept will be useful. So which details you want? You want the employee details. First of all, since we have to provide the employee details, right? Select star from EMP. If I will write like this, what will happen? All the employees details will come out, but I don't want all the employees. I want to see the details of a person who is getting the more salary. Okay, maximum salary. That case where salary equal to. Okay, so inside that you can just copy this query. Okay, see, so this is what query 1 and this query 2, total subquery. So how many tables I have used? Only one table, employee table. Here also employee table. I have not used two tables. Sometimes may be used, sometimes may not be used. Okay, so now first of all this query will be executed. What will happen if this query will execute? I will get 5,000. So wherever the value is equal to, wherever the salary equal to 5,000, that person details you can see. 7839, his name is King and his job is president. He doesn't have any manager. His hire date is 2015 and salary is 5,000, working for department number 10. Okay, so this is the data. So how we will get the data? By using single query. Okay, suppose if you don't want to write subquery, so with the single query, how you will get this data? So this is the output 5,000. I want to see the person who is getting this much salary. We need to retrieve the result with one query, not with a more than one query. I mean, not with the subqueries. Okay, so how will you do that? So that is why we have an option called top command. Top one star. Top one star, that means top first record. Okay, top one star from EMP. Okay, so if you say top, it will just randomly pick the data. Okay, I don't want random data. I want the exact data based on the salary. Okay, suppose if you write like this, what will happen? It will lead to 800. Okay, so as per the physical arrangement or as per the logical arrangement of the data, it will lead to top 1, top 2, top 3. But I don't want this data. I want to see the data based on the salary. That is why order by salary descending. First of all, what will happen? All the data will be arranged based on the salary. So once the data has been arranged based on the salary descending order, 5,000 will comes in the first row. That is why top 1, that means top first row. Okay, now you can execute 5,000. Okay, with a single query I have retrieved this data. You can do with a subquery or you can do with single query, but this top command will not always helpful for us. Okay, sometimes it will be helpful, sometimes it will not be helpful. So top just means choose the highest value or the first value. Yes, okay. If you will arrange the data, that will be uh, retrieve based on the order. If you will not use order by, I mean you can use the top command use without order by also. So in that case, if you will not use the order by, it will look the either physical arrangement of the data or logical arrangement of the data. There is no guarantee that it will what data it will brings always if the data is not in order by. Okay, just for your understanding. Now this is one example of subquery, how we will write a subquery in different cases. Okay, now I have another requirement with me. I have another requirement with me. So as of now I have explained you the scenarios to retrieve the maximum salary employee in the table. Okay, suppose let us say for example after 5000 what is the second highest salary in the table? Look at this. What is the second highest salary? 3000. Okay, so now I want to see the employee details, those who are getting the second highest salary. I don't want to see the second highest salary. I want to see the person who is getting the second highest salary. Okay, so in the why I'm explaining this scenario is top will not works always. You have to write subqueries. In few cases, you have to depend on only on the subqueries. Okay, so that is what the scenario I'm going to explain. I want to show the employee details, those who are getting the second highest salary. Okay, so how will you get the data? So will you write with the top command? See, I will show you what will happen. Select top to star from emp order by salary descending. Okay, so you are thinking that it will return the top second value. No, actually it will return top two records. You are getting 5000 and 3000. Okay, so it is not top first, it is not top second. It will retrieve top one rows, top two rows, top three rows, like that. Okay, so if you'll mention the number, that many number of rows will be retrieved, not that particular rank data here. Okay, so that is the reason top command will not always works. So in this case, if I want to show the employee details, those who are getting the second highest salary, what I need to do, either I need to write the subquery or we need to write a ranking function. Okay, so I will show you an example with the subqueries, and then if you want I will explain with the ranking functions. So what details you want to show? Employee details. Okay, select star from emp. Which employee details? The employees who are getting the second highest salary, where salary equal to. Okay, where salary equal to now. So what I need to write inside this? Select max of salary from emp, where the query is not yet done, where salary less than, select max of salary from emp. Now, so actually it is not a one query, it's a three set query. What is the second highest salary from the employee table? 3000. I want to see the details of employee, those are getting the second highest salary. Okay, suppose if 3000 is like this salary is available for 3 to 4 people, I have to display 3 to 4 employees details, because so 3000 is the maximum, second maximum salary. So how many number of people getting that salary, I want to show all the details. Okay, now let us execute. First of all, we will see whether this output is correct or not. Then I will explain the query. See, 3000. So 3000, is providing two employees. 3000 rupees salary is providing two employees, Scott and Ford. Okay, so that is why we got two employees details. Now, what is the query that we have written here? This is also a subquery. Okay, first of all, this query will be executed. 5000. Okay, so what is the query? Select max of salary. So outside to this query, what is the query that I have written? Select max of salary from emp, where salary less than. Okay, so here what I have written, max of salary I have written, that means maximum salary. Okay, from which table? From employee table, where salary less than, select max of salary. So what is the output of this query? 5000. Okay, what is the output of this query? 5000. So I want to see the maximum salary from the employee table, but which should be less than to 5000. Okay, so it should be maximum salary and it should be less than to 5000. So what is the type of salary? 3000. Okay, so 3000 is greater than all of the salaries and less than to 5000. Okay, so that is what the second highest salary. If you will execute up to now, what you will get? You will get 3000. So wherever the value salary 3000 is equal, that particular output we can retrieve. Okay, so this is the second highest salary. Suppose if I want to retrieve the third highest, again I have to write another subquery. Fourth highest, again I have to write another subquery. So instead of that, better to go for the ranking function query I showed you know in the previous class. Okay, so this is with CTE as select star comma over salary rank equal to. Now which highest salary you want? Third highest salary. Let us say, for example, you can say 3 here. See, salary rank 3000. Suppose if you want, see, fourth. I mean, this approach is better than this approach, because for the up to second highest salary, okay, we can write this type of queries. But if you somebody wants to see ninth highest salary, so how will you retrieve this query? You have to write at least 10 subqueries to retrieve maximum, less than, maximum, maximum, less than, like that. Okay, so instead of writing that much lengthy query, so if you write suppose ninth highest salary, if you want to retrieve, just execute. It's very simple, no? So this is how the data will be retrieved. We can write subqueries, but in some extreme level cases, subqueries also will create some problems. Okay, so this is just an alternative. Okay, I will explain in detail about the CT and all in future classes. So this is a subqueries example. Okay, top subquery we are going to use in this type of cases. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions to anybody so far? Okay, give me 1 minute please. Sorry, thanks for your time. Okay, so now,
Narendra,
yeah, please tell me. Yeah,
Narendra,
yeah, please tell me.
uh, can you please run that maximum salary query once? Just the select maximum salary.
Okay, see.
Right. When you run the subquery, we are getting the maximum salary 801 or 3001 on the top. Why is that?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. When you executed the subquery, can you execute the subquery now?
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one. This one will give you 5,000. So 800 you have seen here, where I will show you. Okay, execute. See 800.
Okay, okay, I got
Bec-
it.
okay. Because if you'll see the table normally, 800 is the first row, no? That is why it is giving top one row as the 800. Okay. So now here I will show you one thing. In the subqueries concept, we were just comparing the data. Okay, suppose you can see here, I have used department table and I have used employee table. Okay, even though if I have used two tables, the data is coming, the output is coming from only one table. Okay, suppose at any given point of time, if I want to see few details from the department table and few details from the employee table, so is it possible with this queries? Okay, whatever the queries that you have written here using the subqueries concept, so can you able to retrieve the data from two tables at a time? No, we were able to compare the data, but while retrieving we can able to retrieve the data from only one table, not from not more than one table. Okay, so that is the reason. So sometimes not only comparison, sometimes we need to retrieve the data from multiple tables. So that is why, that is where the joins concept was introduced in SQL. Okay, so I will just show you one example. Forget about this subqueries concept. Now let us see. This is the department table. Okay, department's information, and this is what employees information. Okay, now let me execute only employee details. Okay, not department details. Okay, you know the department number is a common thing. Now you can see this is what employee number, this is what name of an employee, this is what kind of a job he is doing, mgr, who is the manager to this employee, hire date, at what date that particular employee has joined, salary, some whatever commission on top of the salary, something he is getting, department number 20 30 20 30 10, like that the data is available. Now here my question to all of you, please listen, please, this is the base for joins concept. My question to all of you is, I just want to see that employee information along with his department's information. Okay, now if somebody will ask you, I want to see the employees and employee information and as well as the department information, now what you will do? So you will retrieve all the employees information and along with the department number. I don't want the department number, I want the actual name of the department. See, 20, department number 20. So if you will display department number 20, how it will make sense to me? How I will understand what type of department it is, whether it is accounting department or whether it is a sales department or whether it is a marketing department, what type of department? So numbers will not make sense. Remember, numbers will never make sense. Always words will make sense. Okay, so characters, words, strings will make sense. I don't want to see the department number. I know what is the department number, but I want to see the actual department name. So what is department number 20? Whether it is a sales department, and what is the location of the department, in which location it is exactly available. So can you give me the data by using this table? No, I can hardly give you the department number, but the department details I cannot give since the data is not available in this table. But how you will get the data? The data is available in the department table. Okay, so department details is available in one table and employee details are available in one table. If somebody will ask to show me the data of employee as well as the department, how you will combine the data from these two tables? Here I will use the concept called joins. So what I'm joining, I'm joining the tables. For what purpose? In order to retrieve the relative data. Okay, whatever the data that we are having, that is having a primary key and foreign key relations. So in order to retrieve that meaningful data from these two tables, I will join these two tables. Join means what? Nothing but combining, collecting, gathering. Okay, so we are collecting the information from these two tables and we are retrieving the necessary information from these tables. Okay, so if I will show department number, that is not sufficient to the user. He wants to see the detail. What is the name of the department number 20? It's a research department, it is located in Dallas. That additional data that he wants, that additional data is not in one table, it is available in more another table. I have to go to the table and I have to retrieve the data. Suppose if you want to combine the data of two tables, there must be some coincidence, there must be some association, there must be some common point. What is the common point between these two tables? The common point is department number. Remember, always whenever you want to retrieve the data from more than one table, you have to use the joins concept. If you want to use the joins concept, there must be some common point. Okay, there must be some common value, there must be some common column should be available, then only you can retrieve the data. Okay, then only you can perform the join operation. Okay, so join is a concept which is introduced in SQL Server in order to retrieve the data from more than one table. If you want to retrieve the data from only one table, no need of joins, no need of subqueries, no need of nothing, just write a single query. But here I want this information and I want this information also. Okay, I just want to display all the data in single data set. If it is multiple data sets, I can write this query. Okay, I can write these queries and I can show you the data. I don't want two data sets, I want only one data set, I want only one output, not two outputs. Okay, so let me write and show it to you. So this is my output. Just assume this is my output. To make you understand only, I'm drawing this diagram. If you have any disturbance from my side, please let me know. Since today is Sunday, people are making noise here. This is department number, name and location of the department. Okay, employee number, okay, high date and department number, because this is a common column. Okay, now in the output I want to see employee number, employee name, okay, high date, department number, department name and then location. Now this is department table, okay, and this is employee table, that you know very well. So we have only one output structure. Okay, so in this output structure, look at this. These are the three columns coming from where? Coming from this table. Okay, and these are the three columns coming from where? Coming from this table. So how we were able to combine the data of two tables and we are displaying as a single data set. So this is a one data set, it's not a two data sets. So I just want to see the data in this fashion. The data is available in two different tables, but in the output I can see in one table. Because of what concept? We can do this type of things because of the joins concept. Okay, I have joined these two tables. Which tables? Department table and employee table, based on the concept called joins. Okay, so if you will apply the join operation between the department table and employee table, based on the common point whatever we are having between these two tables, the data will be combined and the output will be displayed as a single data set, one data set. Okay, so if you want to display as a individual data sets, you don't need to worry about anything. I mean, you don't need to struggle this much. You just write a individual queries and you can display the data. But I don't want to individual data set, I want a single data set where I can see all the information in one shot. Okay, so that is where the concept has been born, that joins. Okay, so this is based on the concept called joins only. We can combine the tables and we can combine the data of the tables and we will display as a single output set or single data set. This is called join. Okay, understood? If you understood this concept theoretically, technically I will make you understand very easily. Okay, so theoretical understanding is very important for any topic in SQL or BI, whatever. So we have to know what is a join, where we are using, in which, like, in which particular case we will go for that operation. That kind of understanding is very important. Okay, to give you that understanding only, I used to spend most of the time. Still, if anybody having any questions, please don't hesitate, please ask me, I will clarify here itself. Then only I will explain technically how we can implement the queries, how we can write the queries and all. No questions? Okay, fine. So we understand what is the concept called joins. Okay. So now I told you what is a join operation, how we are going to implement that. Okay. So before going to in depth of joins, so first of all, let me tell you preconditions for the join operation. I mean, whenever you want to perform the join operation between the tables, there are some conditions that you have to remember. Okay, these are the four preconditions. Mm. So these are the preconditions. Mm. See, preconditions. What is the first and foremost precondition? Primary and foreign key relationship between the tables. I mean, what are the tables that we were involving? Okay, that we are involving in the join operation. There must be primary key and foreign key relationship should be there. Okay, there must be primary key and foreign key relationship should be there. So if it is there, then only we can perform that operation. Okay, I mean, that is a precondition. Means if this condition is having there, it would be better, nice to have a feature. Matching column name. Okay, so we have seen department table and employee table having primary key and foreign key relationship. Okay, and matching column name. So what is the column name? Department number in the department table and department number in the employee table. So both column names are same. And then matching data type. So in the department table, department number is having an integer data type. In the employee table, department number column is having a integer data type. So in both the tables we have the same data type. Okay, and then matching data. Okay, so if you can see, the values are 10, 20, 30, 40. In the employee table, 20, 30, somehow whether the values are not in arranged order, but data is absolutely same. So we have to have these four preconditions in order to perform the join operation. It doesn't mean that without these conditions we cannot perform the join operations. If the tables will have these properties or these features, it would be a nice scenario. Okay, we can easily perform the join operations. Okay, remember these are the four conditions. So as a beginners, you have to remember all these four conditions. But once you will go to some advanced level, I mean, once you will get some good experience, good knowledge over the joins concept, these three are not required. To be frankly speaking, from the bottom of my heart, so first three conditions are not required to perform the join operation. Only one thing is important always, that is called matching data. That you will understand, that you will not understand now. It will take at least 1 year to understand this point. Why Narendra is saying matching data is important, that you will understand at least minimum to minimum 6 months to 1 year. So you have to see lot of examples to understand why matching data is important to perform the join operation. Okay, as a beginners, even I was also not aware about these four conditions. Okay, I thought always these four conditions should be important, but after seeing so many scenarios, after come across so many different challenges, I understood that matching data is important. That is enough, that is more than enough. So without these preconditions also we can happily perform the join operation once this fourth precondition is satisfied. Okay, so that you will practically see, not, I mean, if I will tell you theoretically also, it won't be clear. So you will see, you can understand in the future classes. Okay, I will give you one example with respect to the fourth scenario. Okay, now, okay, let us come to the point. So I have explained you what are the preconditions, what is the join operation, and what are the conditions that we should have for join operation. Now the next one is how many types of joins we have. Okay, so we know what is the join operation, but how many ways we can perform that operation? There are actually four main categories: inner join, outer join, cross join, self join. Okay, so why this many number of types, or why this many number of formats are required? So due to different scenarios, okay, whenever we are retrieving the data from multiple tables, there were so many scenarios which we need to satisfy. Okay, there are so many conditions we need to come across. So that is the reason we have this many number of terms. Sometimes we will concentrate only on the matching values, sometimes we will concentrate matching values and non-matching values. Sometimes we have to perform the join operation on that table itself, like how we have performed the subquery concept. And sometimes we have to perform the Cartesian product between the data of a tables. Okay, like this we may have different scenarios. Okay, join is only operation, but that can be performed in multiple ways. Okay, so that is why we have this many number of categories. So what is inner join, what is outer join, what is cross join, what is a self join? Okay, let me explain in just briefly. In detail I will explain with an examples. Okay, not today, but some of the concepts I will cover today, and some of the concepts I will cover tomorrow. Okay, so inner join, what is an inner join? Remember, whenever somebody will says inner join, that means your intention is to retrieve only matching data. Okay, so whenever the two tables will have the matching values, okay, so then only the data can be retrieved using inner join. Inner join always looks for the matching data. Suppose, let us say for example, we have departments 10, 20, 30, 40 in the department table, which is the parent table, and in the employee table we have how many departments? 10, 20, 30. Suppose if you will perform the join operation, I mean inner join operation, so what are the values that are having the matchings? 10, 20, 30. 40 doesn't have any matching record in the employee table, so that 40th department will not be displayed using inner join. Okay, inner join always looks for the matching data. Okay, that means the data should be available in both the tables, then only values can be retrieved out. So inner join can be performed in two ways. One is equijoin. Look at here, I have written subcategories. Okay, so inner join two ways. One is equijoin, another one is non-equijoin. Equijoin in the sense, based on the equal to operator we will perform the join operation, that is called equijoin. Non-equijoin, without using equal to operator we can perform the join operation, that is called non-equijoin. Without using not equal to operator, without using equal to operator, what are the other types that we have? We can use between operator, we can use like operator, we can use not operator, we can use in operator. There are so many operators I showed you, right? Comparison operators, arithmetic operators, logical operators. So that operators will comes into the picture. Okay, less than, greater than, like that. And that is the inner join. Okay, only matching data, always matching data. Okay, if there is no, if the data is not matched, that value cannot be retrieved by using inner join. Now outer joins, whenever we are retrieving the data from two tables or more than two tables, join can be performed two tables or more than two tables. Don't think that join will perform only between two tables. Okay, we can perform the join operation between 100 tables at a time. Okay, please remember, it should have the matching component and all in order to perform outer joins. Whenever we are retrieving the data of from two tables or more than two tables, sometimes along with the matching data, non-matching data is also required due to some cases. Okay, in different scenarios. So you cannot understand, I will explain you with an example, then only you can understand. So sometimes we have to retrieve matching and non-matching data also. At those cases we have to go for outer joins concept. Outer join, simple definition, the one line definition is, it will retrieve matching and as well as non-matching data. If you want only matching data, go for inner join. If you want matching and as well as non-matching data, you have to go for outer joins concepts. So what are these subcategories? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. So there are some scenarios when you are retrieving the non-matching data. So we cannot retrieve the non-matching data at a time from both the tables. Okay, so either we have to retrieve from one table only. Okay, so then we can go for left outer join, right outer join. If you want to retrieve both matching and as well as non-matching all the data, you can go for full outer join. Okay, so there are some there is some explanation for each and every type of outer joins. I will explain in detail and then I will show you an example, then it will be clear to you. Okay, so to cut the long story short, I can tell you only one thing: with outer join you will get matching and as well as non-matching. With inner join you will get only matching data. Okay, so these are the two types. And cross join, so whenever you want to perform a Cartesian products and whenever you want to check the number of combinations and permutations between the data of a tables, you can go for the cross join operation. This is very rare. To be frankly speaking, I have never used cross join in my life in these 7 years. Okay, I mean, we don't need to go till that much level. Okay, so maximum scenarios will be covered with inner join, and at most we'll go for outer join. Till the cross join, I didn't face any scenario. Maybe you will face, I don't know. Okay, I will give you an example. I don't know when you will be useful. I don't think it will be useful regularly like inner join and outer joins, but as a concept wise I will explain. And self join, what you mean by self join? The name of the join, it is telling you self join. That means we can perform the join operation on that table itself. We will use only one table. We will perform the join operation within that table. That is called self join. Self introduction, that means nothing but what you will tell you about yourself. Okay, so self join also, that means join operation on that table itself. That is called self join. So this is a brief explanation about each and every type of joins. Today we will cover only inner joins. Okay, otherwise I can cover other types of joins also, but it will be bit confusing if I will explain all the joins one day. I will explain inner joins today and rest of the joins I will explain tomorrow. Okay, now as of now with respect to this one, any questions? 1 minute. So inner join is like union, outer join is no is like union all. uh, Actually somehow something is related, but there is no uh, relation or coincidence between these topics. You will understand bit better if I will explain with an examples. Somehow something is connecting, but I am not pretty much sure how far it is correct. Okay, so I will explain with an examples, then we can see. Not exactly like that, Pratyusha, but I cannot oppose this statement. And it's not about intersection or something. If you, I mean, union all are like whenever you have two equal data sets. Okay, whenever you have two equal data sets, that operators will be used to combine the data. Okay, both the data sets should have the same column name, same data types, then only we can do that. But here look at this, these columns are different. So department columns are different, employee columns are different, but still we can collect the data from these two tables. This is called join. That is different. For those operations we have to have the same column names. Did you remember? That is the first and foremost condition, I think. Okay, okay, now look at this. These are the two tables. Okay, so we will come to the concept where we have started this joins concept. So what is our main intention before this joins concept? So I just want to retrieve some of the data from employee table and from department table. Okay, I want to collect the data from these two tables and then I want to display. Okay, so right now what I have written, I have written individual queries. Okay, so the data also displaying individual data sets. This is a data set 1. Did you remember? So this is called data set 1 and this is called data sets. I don't want two data sets, I want one data set where I can see all the information. Okay, so how I can do that? Suppose, let me show you. These are the columns I'm expecting from the employee table. Okay, so these are the columns: employee number, employee name, job, salary, and department number. These are the columns I'm expecting from the employee table. And along with these employee details, I want to see the department details of those they are working. Okay, so this department name and location, I want this information also, I want this particular information also should be available at this particular place. Okay, along with these columns, I want to have some more columns here: department number, department name. So in one data set, I want to see all the data. So for that purpose, what exactly I'm doing, please look into that. This is an individual queries writing. Now if this is a join operation, first of all, write all the queries whatever you want. Select employee number, employee name, job, salary, department name, location. From where? From employee table. Okay, so since we are combining the data of two tables, we have to use the join operation. That is the reason I'm using inner join. Okay, so join means inner join. So inner join with which table? Department table. Okay, so on, that means what? I can combine the data of these two tables. In order to combine, we should have the common column, right? So what is that common column? Department dot department number, emp dot department number. That means what? This department number column is from the employee table is equal to department number column from the department table. So whenever the values of these two columns will be matched, so we can retrieve the information. Okay, see, each and every employee name, job, salary, department name, location. But here one column is missing. What is that column? Department number column. So for that, what I'm writing? I'm writing department number column also. So here I have missed that column. Why I have missed? There is some intention here. I will show you. So what is the column that we have missed? Department number. I am writing the department number column. Okay. So please look into that. Select employee number, employee name, job, salary, department number, department name, location, employee, inner join. Same query as it is same query. I have added one column. Okay. Let me execute. We got an error. We didn't get the data. We got an error. What is that error? Ambiguous column name, department number. As I told you, in SQL Server, error will explain, error will give you the subject of 40%. Okay, so whatever the concepts I'm telling you, that is 60%. You have to go through so many errors that will makes you more perfect with the subject. Okay, so what is the problem here? Ambiguous column name, department number. Okay, so whenever you will get this particular error, what you need to do is check yourself. Okay, you have written department number. Okay, you have written department number. So, and we are getting the output, error as ambiguous column name, department number. Ambiguity is nothing but what? Confusion. Okay, ambiguity is nothing but what? Confusion. So in what is the confusion here? I am expecting the column department number from the table. Okay, so you are expecting the column department number. That is true. No one is saying that is wrong, but department number column is available in the department table and employee table. Okay, so department number column is available in the employee table and department table. So since the column is available in the two tables, from which table you are expecting that column? That is what it is telling. That is what this ambiguity. You have written employee name, employee table and DEPT table. You have mentioned both the tables. Unfortunately, the column is available in the both the tables as a primary key and foreign key column. Okay, with that column only we got a relation. Okay, so since the column is available in the both the tables and you have not mentioned from which table you are expecting that column, SQL Server engine is confused here. Okay, SQL Server engine is confused here. So that is why this ambiguity occurs. Okay, so you can ask me, Narendra, why this particular problem is not coming for any other column? Because all the columns are unique columns. You can see, if you see the output of employee table and department table, can you show me any other column which is common in these two tables except the department number? No. See, employee number unique in the employee number in this table, employee name available, job employee table, MGR employee table, high date employee table, salary, commission, all these employee tables, department number, location, department table. So whatever the columns that we have mentioned, employee number, employee name, job, salary, these are the unique, these are the individual columns in these two tables. Okay, so whenever I write employee number column, it will check in the employee table, department table. Because why it is searching in the two tables? Because you have not mentioned from the table. You are mentioned that just column, you have just mentioned the column name, but you have not mentioned from which table you are expecting that column. So here excuse me, Even though you have not mentioned the table name, if the column is available uniquely in one table, that is the reason it is directly retrieving. But for the department number column, that will not works. Why? Because department number column unfortunately is available in the two tables, and you have not mentioned from which table you are expecting that column. So that is the reason there is an ambiguity. Okay, this ambiguity will not occur for any column because all the columns are unique in such tables. So employee number only in employee table, employee name only in employee table, job salary only in employee table, but department number in the two tables, department name only in the department table, location only in the department table. So these two columns are not occurs in this employee table, and these 4 or 5 columns will not available in the department table. That is the reason there is no ambiguity in previous query. Okay, we have an ambiguity in this query because we have not mentioned the address. We are expecting that information, but from which table you are expecting the data, that has to mention here. Okay, so whenever you are retrieving the data from two tables or more than two tables, so please try to mention the table name from which table you are expecting that column. So in this case, please look at this: employee dot employee number. Okay, employee dot employee name, employee dot job, employee dot salary, dept dot department number, dept dot department name as department name, dept dot location. Okay, so now you can ask another question: Narendra, why you are writing employee table for all the columns? These columns are uniquely available. No, yes, you don't need to write. Actually, to be frankly speaking, you don't need to write, but if you will write there, it will be more advantage for you. Why? Because see, if you will not write employee if you will not write employee dot employee number, what will happen? Employee number is available in the employee table only, you know that. But since you have not mentioned the table name, what it will do, employee number column will be verified in the department table as well as employee table. Okay, if you will mention the table name, it will not go to the department table, it will go to only employee table. Okay, see, if you want to send something, if you mention the clear address, it will directly go to that address. If it will not, if you will not mention the proper address, you have to search so many places to find out that address. Okay, so that is what it is important here. We have to write department dot dpt number. Okay, because we are expecting that column from the department table. So along with that, if you will write other table names also, what will happen is query will not go to any other table to find that column. Okay, so it will directly retrieve the data. Now you are not getting any ambiguity. Why? Because even though department number column is available in two tables, but in the query you have mentioned dpt, that means what, it will go to department table and it will retrieve that department number only. Okay, so if you will write the table names as a alias, so if this is the advantage what we are having. Okay, employee dot employee number, employee dot ename, employee dot job, that means what, so you are indicating that go to that table and bring that column, go to the table, bring that column. Every time it will go to that table only, it will not go to any other table. If you will not write this emp dot employee number, that is also fine, no problem, but this employee number column verified or try to identify in the two tables. If you write employee table, it will go to employee table only, it will not go to department table. Okay, so that is what the advantage here. The queries will run like bit faster than the previous method. Okay, so that is what we need to remember. So here writing this alias names, it is good, but instead of writing this emp dept always, so better to go for with the shortcuts. Okay, so if you want to go to the shortcuts, what we need to do is we have to write like this: emp as e, nr join, dept as d. So we are indicating that from now onwards employee table mention with e, department table d. Okay, so why we need to have this alias names? Sometimes what will happen is sometimes table names are very long. Okay, let me write down one table name which we have in our project. Okay, so that is this conference session details. Okay, so this is the table name. If I want to retrieve 3 to 4 columns, what I need to write is conference session details dot column 1, conference session details dot column 2, conference session details dot column 3, like that. So unnecessarily we are writing the table name. Instead of writing like that, so if you will write like this CSD. Okay, so if I will mention as CSD, then what will happen? CSD dot column 1, CSD dot column 2, like that. So simple shortcuts. Okay, so whatever the table lengthy tables, we are just reducing by using this shortcuts. Okay, alias names. So the length of this table is 24 characters table name. Okay, that much lengthy tables sometimes we'll have. Instead of that, we'll write d e like that. It will be very simple, no? Now e dot emp number, e dot e name, e dot job, e dot salary, d dot department number. It's very simple to write. Okay, this is the join operation. We can see employee data and as well as department data also. Everything is available here. Okay, so like this we can write. Suppose if you want to retrieve all the data, what we need to do? Generally we'll write self star from emp. Suppose if you want to retrieve all the data after joining, emp dot star dept dot star. That's it, very simple. You can see employee data and as well as department data, each and every column will comes out. Okay, so this is what inner join eq join. Okay, inside that inner join eq join, because you can see everywhere we are using equal to operator, everywhere in each and every example. So with equal to only we are matching the data and we are performing inner join. That is called eq join. So we have another type of join that is called non-eq join. Okay, so when we will go for non-eq join, I will show you. So in order to show that one, I have to create another table to explain that example. Okay, now let me explain here. And we can write multiple conditions also. Suppose after joining, if you want to retrieve only specific data, suppose up to now we can see all the data. Okay, suppose if you want to see only particular 30th department data, you can write a condition like this, where d dot department number equal to 30, and you can write and condition. Okay, and you can write multiple conditions. I have given all examples here. You can just practice and you try to understand how we have written the queries. Okay, so coming to this non-equivalent, now let's see. I have two tables here. What are the two tables? One is employee table, where all the employees information is available, and another one is sal grade. This is salary grade information. So what type of information it is? How many number of employees that we are having, their salary will be different here with the grades. Okay, so grade 1 that will be given for the employees, those like whose salary lies between 700 to 1200. If the salary lies between 1201 to 2000, it is grade 2. So 2001 to 3000, it's a grade 3. Okay, 3001 to 4000, 4. 4001 to 5000, 5. Like this, all the grades has been different based on the salaries of employees. Now my question to all of you is, I want to see the list of employees, the employees details along with the salary grade information. Okay, now in this case, what is the query that I have written? Select e dot employee number, e dot e name, e dot job, e dot salary. Okay, s dot grade. Okay, so here salary is not matching. I mean, we cannot match the data because we have one column here and we have two columns here. So how we will match the data of one column with the two columns? Okay, we cannot exactly match. We cannot use the equal to operator here. Now what I'm doing here, please look into that. From emp as inner join, as e inner join sal grade, that is the table name, as s. So the grade information is coming from salary grade table on e dot salary between. Here I'm not using equal to operator. I just want to show you one example with a non-equivalence. Whether it is not important or not, that is a different story. Okay, so equivalent is important, non-equivalent we are not regularly using, but sometimes if you want to use, this is the one scenario. On e dot salary between s dot low salary and s dot high salary, I'm checking between and case. Okay, I have lowest salary and I have highest salary and I have all the employee salaries. Now what I'm doing here, I'm checking each and every employee salary with the lowest and highest salaries of sal grade table. Now you can see 800, 1, 1100, 1, 950, 1. So these are the grades, and this is what employee tables. So these four columns are coming from the employee table. This grade information is coming from salary grade table. Okay, so two tables information is combined here and it is displaying like this. This is called non-equijoin. So here I have not used equal to operator. Did I use equal to operator? Can you show me? No. Without using equal to operator also we can use the we can perform the join operation. For this type of operations also we will write inner join only, but the operator will makes the difference. Okay. So this is how we can use equijoins and non-equijoins between the tables. So I have within the same query window only you can see all the examples. You can just look into the examples. Tomorrow I will cover this outer joins. Okay, outer joins and other join types. Okay, outer joins, cross joins, self joins. So these type of joins I will cover in the tomorrow class. Okay, so any questions so far? Inner joins, equijoin, non-equijoin. Non-equijoin is not that much important. Try to practice one or two examples, that's it. But equijoin is more important. Okay, so you will write at least one join operation every day once you will join in any organization, because in entire SQL there are two concepts we should know as a DB developers. One is joins, another one is stored procedures. Okay, if you are good in these two, that's it, you can happily survive in the industry. Okay, so like inner join, outer joins also kind of important, but for, without inner join I don't think you will understand outer joins concept. Okay, so it will start with inner joins only everywhere. I will explain outer joins, how it will be useful, how it will be implemented, and cross join, self join in a tomorrow class. Okay, any questions, please tell me. Yeah, sure, you can call me, no problem.